How's everyone doing today? My name is Impersonator, bringing you an outstanding gameplay with the HK21 light machine gun. 49 kills in a regular team deathmatch, as you see in the title. I've never seen anyone get that sort of kills in a regular free-for-all, especially with the HK21. And you know what? I probably have. I just can't remember. I mean, I don't watch YouTube all that much, but anyway, let's cut to the chase. So clearly, I have it gold camo, as all my guns will be from this video on, and from the first exotic class combination slash gun combination video will be. So be looking forward to all gold guns, even the bad ones. But you know what? I've been talking to people, and I'm like, oh, they're like, oh, what gameplay trying to get? Because people that I've known on Xbox will periodically and maybe sometimes often watch my gameplay, and they're like, oh, so what gun you going for now? Gameplay, and I'm like, the HK21, and they're like, wow, that gun's horrible. People just talk so much trash on it, and they're like, wow, that gun is not good at all. It you know all sorts of stuff about it. Oh, it has a low fire rate. It's really fat. You can't run fast with it, and I mean that's why I got marathon on it. That doesn't change the speed of running. I don't have lightweight, obviously, but that definitely helps out. And I was trying to get it pro also, so that's my favorite perk, pro. And I actually found that out a long time ago. That's besides the point what I'm talking about. But anyway, it is not a bad gun. I will be honest, it is not a bad gun. It does not have too much recoil, if any, and you can shoot people from whatever distance. The hip fire's nice. Cross map is very, very efficient as far as shooting people and sniping people with it and whatnot. I don't know if you consider it sniping. Some people have different feels. Maybe some people would say it's got to have a scope on it, but I mean, I don't know. I consider it sniping because, from what I've known, sniping just means, from way out in anything. It doesn't even have to do with guns sometimes, but that's besides the point. This gun isn't that bad. I think that it goes as far as LMGs go, goes in far as far as damage, and you know what? I'm not following the damage grid marker on the create a class. When you highlight over it and it gives you a summary of the weapon. I'm not following that because I don't find that to be very accurate at all. Guns with very low damage on that little meter will do some pretty heavy damage, more than the usual, half to 3/4 full bar. Some quarter bars will do better than 3/4 bars, but I don't really go by that. I think that is very inaccurate. But in order of power, in my opinion and in my experience of using the guns, I mean, I have prestige 24 times, so I've been around the block as far as guns. I think that it would go M60, then the Stoner and the HK21 tied, and then obviously the RPK. And really, nobody ever uses these weapons at all. I mean, yeah, actually a lot of people use the M60 and a decent amount use the Stoner. I'd never see anyone use HK21 unless it's the default class after they just prestiged, or they merely just don't know what they're doing. Maybe it's their first time playing the Call of Duty franchise, and they're just trying things out. I remember when I first played, I would use guns that people would most likely frown upon, but that doesn't matter. If it works for you, you think it works for you, and you're pretty confident that it works for you. It probably will work for you, but really is not that bad. I mean, nobody uses it. I mean, M60 gets used a lot, and the RPK is obviously the most underused, and I'd go as far to say that is a fact in games that I play. That is the most unused. That is the most unused light machine gun in the game. Perhaps the most unused weapon in the game. I don't know. Maybe post your thoughts with a comment. I mean, you could compare that and the RPK and maybe the Kipperus. I don't see a lot of people using that. However, you don't unlock it at level 1 like the RPK. You unlock it at level 41. So I don't think you can compare the two. I definitely think that the HK21, like I said, I'll say it again, it is not that bad. It really isn't. You got to give it a shot. And there's a big stereotype, a huge one, about light machine guns, and it's that they all are bad. People in Modern Warfare 2, it's always about the submachine guns, the assault rifles, the occasional sniper rifle. It has never been about the light machine guns. everybody. World at War, the DP-28 was frowned upon. Call of Duty 4, nobody used the SAW or you get the occasional M60, the occasional light machine gun. Modern Warfare 2, you get the occasional MG4, the RPD. You'd see that quite a lot, but it's the RPD. Nobody gives these a chance, and when I've been playing these, going for exotic gameplays, and seeing what crazy guns have to offer, it's not, you just gotta try it out. But I don't know. Unfortunately, that wraps it up for today. Stakeout gameplay next in a free-for-all for sure. Maybe a team deathmatch. I don't think I'll change my standards, but hopefully you guys enjoyed. Please know that you may always contact me through a private message on YouTube or an Xbox Live message. My name's Impersonator. Talk to you guys later. Peace out.